pay attention to him.
You know who does make the rules? The Arizona Cardinals. Because the Arizona Cardinals are fining their head coach $100,000.
Kind of had to, yeah.
For shoving/punching, hitting running back Amari DiMercato. Of course, DiMercato was the running back for the Cardinals, who looked like he had a 72-yard touchdown run to ice the game, secure the win against the Titans over the weekend, but he dropped the football before he crossed the goal line. So Gannon showed his displeasure, and head coach Jonathon Gannon approached from the sideline and was animated and was physical. So the Cardinals fined their head coach $100,000 for that altercation. Good move, or why fine him for that? He's a head coach of a football team. It's going to get intense.
There is never, ever, ever, ever a reason for you as a grown man to put your hands on another grown man, especially a grown man that is a professional football player, unless his ass do something as dumb as what Amari DiMercato did against the Titans this weekend. I'm like, you know what? It was worth the shove if you're Gannon. You're like, I hate that I got to come off of this money, but what the hell was he thinking? That was bad. Did you see how, if you watch the video back, he looked down at the goal line moments before he dropped the ball. It's almost like he wanted to fumble the ball. It was weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I believe I'm not going to feel bad for if this was college football, different story. In the pros, I can't feel bad for him. 100,000 is excessive, but one thing I know about head football coaches in the NFL is like he could get fired tomorrow and the rest of his contract is guaranteed. I'm not worried about the financial security of Jonathon Gannon.
Yeah, I think he should have been punished. I don't know. $100,000 feels like a lot of money for that. I feel like a conversation behind closed doors and a public apology, I think that is what is calls for in that moment. Because it's not right, it's not good, and it needs to be stopped. Because if DiMercato throws a right hook, he got hit first.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like a man has a right to defend himself just because they have different job titles. It's like we have a real problem, and you got to nip it in the bud.
That is kind of why you have to fine him. But I will say, too, when your own employer is fining you, when the team is fining you and not the league, it could be a performative fine. They could be writing in a contract incentive if he does get an extension at some point that kind of recoups it. So I think that it is proper for them to fine him. The amount, at what point? I'm not going to say that it's very arbitrary what amount it was, because it's also the same team that writes his checks. So,
okay,
they take care of him very well. I'm sure he won't be hurting. He's not going to go to the Cardinals and be like, I'm leaving. $100,000, I'm out of here.
I want to see where that $100,000 is going. I know normally with these fines in the NFL, it goes to whatever charity.
Great point.
It goes like DiMercato's check.
It's going to go to his next contract extension if he earns one.
Yeah, probably.
The Cardinals actually are like, hell yeah, we're going to fine our coach. This probably has more to do with his job performance than it does with him. Like, we want some of that money back, actually, so we're really mad about that punch.
You were off the air on Monday. I'm not sure if you touched on it yesterday, but
I touched on it yesterday.
That's the worst loss of the season, and it can't be beat.
The Titans and Cardinals game.
Yes.
That's gonna be very tough to beat for sure. Because the Titans were trying to beat themselves throughout that game as well.
The tying touchdown.
Yeah.
The last touchdown of the game scored on a pick where if he just went down, took a knee, the game's over. But instead of pop up, then roll over, then fumble the football, then kick the football into the end zone.
That was weird.
Come on.
That was strange. Those were two very strange plays. I had to literally watch that thing back 2 or 3 times because I'm like, how did he fumble the ball, especially without being touched? How did he fully catch the ball, then somehow, some way fumble it before he could be touched, and then somehow, some way, again, none of this is spawned by contact, lose the ball so comically that it falls into the end zone, and then nobody on the Cardinals recovered it.
Worst loss of the season, it won't be beat. I don't care about these are two teams that probably won't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's still, if I bought a ticket as a Cardinals fan to go to that game, I'm questioning like the religion I believe in. I am changing everything about my life. That is a where were you moment in all the negative ways.
Yeah, that was kind of insane.
And you might be entitled for financial compensation if you're a Cardinals fan who watched that game in person.